Good morning. Hey, hope you're having a great week so far. And I want to share something with you that I picked up from Bob Goff. So in Daniel chapter 10, verse 19, it says, O man greatly loved, fear not, peace be with you, be strong and of a good courage. And as he spoke to me, I was strengthened and said, let my Lord speak, for you have strengthened me. Goff talks about the fact that before the internet was a thing, he said, I used to love receiving and sending letters. And I try to talk to young people. There's so much more you can do with letters. And I got to say this, that probably part of the reason that I was single till I was into my 40s is because I was the king of long distance relationships. But the cool thing, was that you got to send things. And you can be creative. There's all sorts of ways to be creative with things that you send. I won't go into any of that stuff right now. But also, and you could call, especially on the weekends and after 10 o'clock at night. And it helped if someone you were calling was on the left coast, because then you could call late at night and it wasn't so late for them. But yeah, that was another time. But yeah, Goff talks about, and he's a character, but he says, remember having a laugh one time when he raised the red flag out there signaling he had outgoing mail. And what he had was a bunch of inflated beach balls with stamps and addresses on them. Like, I don't know if they got where they were going or not, but that sounds very Bob Goff. So the New Testament is made up of 27 books. 21 of them are actually letters. An epistle means a letter that is sent. An apostle is a person who is sent. When I was studying education, I remember reading in a book that there was some child somewhere that thought that an epistle was a wife of an apostle. I've always enjoyed that. Anyway, that's not true. So 9 of these letters are from Paul to churches, 4 are letters from Paul to individuals, and 8 are more general letters. Think about how thin the New Testament would be if you took away all the letters written to individuals and faith greetings. God dropped off the mail in these books of the Bible and said they were messages meant for us, even if the letters were addressed to somebody else. I love telling this. It was 49 years ago now. I remember I auditioned at U of I. I was thinking about going into acting, and I brought my Living Bible with me. I decided when I was there I didn't want to go into acting, but I remember I stayed at the Travelodge. Still remember it was room 222. And I remember sitting there reading, I don't remember which epistle, but I'm just like, oh my goodness, this was written just to me. So the letters that are written in the Bible include lasting ideas to influence us about the way we should live, the way we should love one another. I mean, think about 1 Corinthians 13. Okay, it gets a little bit overused at weddings, but it's good. It's not just about pointing out problems. They invite us to lift our eyes to see Jesus, to look and consider God's point of view, and to grab a hold of the kingdom of heaven. And God wants us so that we can discover a new and a better and a more beautiful and a more lasting way forward. All these things. So today, be a modern day Paul, write a letter to somebody. And I got to tell you this, I send out a Christmas letter, but if I send you a letter, I will always write at least something at the bottom. But let me just challenge, especially young people. This was close to 10 years ago. I had a Christmas party for the youth at my house, and I wrote Christmas cards to all of them before I did the Christmas letter. And I wrote something personal in each and every one. And when they left, most of the cards were there with the envelopes and the wrapping paper from the White Elephant thing. And I was a little hurt, it's like, but one of those students tells me that they still have all of the Christmas cards, and they were there that night. And there's other people that say that, like, it wouldn't be Christmas if they didn't get a Christmas card from me with something written in it. It really is valuable. I encourage you to write notes. It's a powerful thing. And just a quick little story at the end. Will people always respond the way you'd like them to? One of my hardest things when I write a note now and I put it in the mailbox, as soon as I write it, I keep looking at my phone. Why didn't they respond? Because you didn't text them. They don't have it yet. Yeah, that's how my brain works. But I learned this from an old cowboy friend of mine, that he was in a band, he played guitar, and sometimes he'd play places where people weren't listening. And I said, does that bug you? And he said, no, I learned a long time ago. I sing and I play for those who are listening. There's a lot of people in your world, they're listening, and they're open to what you have to say. Reach out to one of them this week. Maybe send them a letter, send them a card, maybe send them a beach ball with a stamp on it. God bless you.